Outlaw Radio. Got a Saturday night edition. We're going to do a weekend roundup tonight.
Rundown.
Round up. Okay, we're going to round it up before we run it down. All right, it's a weekend rundown. All right, but we're going to round it up first. So anyway, I am talk to teach, listen to learn, your truth transfer engineer, brother, with a different perspective out here trying to use
my Facebook Live. There we go.
All right, so welcome Facebook. We're just getting them on up.
Yeah, we're live on Facebook right now. It's Outlaw Radio, the weekend rundown. Welcome to the show, man. Wow, what an experience. What a feeling it is to be black. Welcome to the show. I am the world-class smartass in the building.
Mm-hmm.
The mouthpiece of the movement, the militant with a microphone, the mayor of Chocolate City, aka the Negro Whisperer.
Hey.
Black conversations need to be had, and this is where we have them at. Like, hit share, hit follow, subscribe to the YouTube page, support everybody who supports the movement. We are live. We're simulcasting. The YouTube looks fine. The Facebook looks beautiful. How y'all doing out there?
What's up?
Got my brother with me, man. We're going to bounce. It's the weekend rundown. How you feeling?
Man, I feel all right. Ready to run down the weekend. We'll see what happens. We're just getting started.
Not ready to run down the weekend. The end of the week is where we run down the week that just happened. We ain't running down the weekend. We running the week down at the end of the week.
But that's including last weekend,
right? Right. All right. Too much talk about weekend. Right?
We're in the midst of one.
What's going on with you, man?
Man, I don't know, man. I'm doing all right. I can't complain for a middle-aged fella.
Right. Tell the people how they can ride with you.
Man, brother, talk to teach, listen to learn. You can find me, man. I got on Facebook. You can see a lot of what I post, man, and the People's News Network. You signed up for that. Man, I'll be here and there. You know what I'm saying? Look for the logo.
Yeah, look for the logo, man. Yeah. Look for the logo. And you got the T-shirt on. These T-shirts are coming. We have some orders coming in, so if you all want to kind of rep for us, especially if you're from Capital Drive, shame on you if you don't. Hey. It's Saturday night, so you know what they say?
Beverage.
You getting dressed to go somewhere.
Don't be out too late.
Be careful. Keep your head on the swivel. It's not a safe place. Like I said, man, we open up the Salvo Wednesday nights with the Warrior Report. Shout out to Kamar Carter. My brother from another mother. He's not here tonight. Pray for the family. He had a death he was dealing with. So get with Nature's Nature Herbs. We got the detox.
Peace.
We got the vitality capsules. 414-949-2121 if you're into the healthy stuff. And then shout out to 3041 North, 414-810-3131, Mr. Terry, most definitely.
5-star.
Man, if you got a black business, I'm trying to tell you, teamwork make the dream work. DAMGENT.
Dante Chestnut.
Right away.
Yeah.
Sound Silhouette.
Brother Attack.
Right, who produces our docuseries Outlaw TV. When y'all see part 2 coming pretty soon.
I'm getting excited about
part
that.
Part 1 is on the YouTube page as well as our my personal page, right?
Yes.
I know I got to get a page specifically for the show, but I kind of like having it on my own page because
he does.
I get 414 love, man. People like smart, man.
Hey, shout out Key Minor too.
Shout out to Key Minor, our estrogen, man. And she'll be back. They'll be back.
Yeah.
We had the Get Motivated, Get Healthy Facebook wellness group sponsored by Miss Serena Brown, also down at 3041 North. 414-810-3131. They have the T-shirts. They have a seminar coming up, right? I think I got it right. Right? Yeah. We got the T-shirt. Shout out to Next Level Vegans who came and repped themselves very well. Had your boy eating vegetarian food, right?
The family's growing.
Man, it is, right? By leaps and bounds.
Yeah.
It's a labor of love, but it's damn sure labor. So we're gonna run this crazy ass week down, man. I hope y'all chime in. The show is interactive for a reason. I see a lot of people out there watching. Like I said, I get 414 love. I hope y'all chime in and let us know what happened this week that perturbed you. What bothered you? Here's your platform. You're a black person. You're a person of color. If you watch my show, more than likely, even though I know I have some people out there who are white who watch this show as well. Right, I'm not gonna give you no ghetto.
Both of you.
Right. All 3 of y'all. Right. Mama, I'm getting sold on a Saturday night beverage. But to start the show off tonight with the weekend rundown, I like to just say a few things, if I could.
Yes, sir. Please do.
Weeks have gone by. Calendars, as they call them in prison, have gone by. We allowed my brother, Sean Carter, a.k.a. Jay-Z, Rock Nation, Rockefeller Records, one of the most accomplished hip-hop artists of all times, taking it away from the studio and put it in the boardroom.
Right.
A real deep brother, making moves in modern-day America, recently named as the new black millionaire. It's only about 5 or 7 of them. Billionaire. Yeah. He's a billionaire.
Right.
So, my brother, to start my show out, when I say I want to run this week down, I'd like to ask you a few key questions.
Me some questions?
No, Jay. I'm talking directly to Jay-Z.
Okay.
I'm talking to Jay-Z.
Thank you.
To open Outlaw Radio, I'm talking to Jay-Z and people who like Jay-Z and support Jay-Z.
Yes.
Which myself, I'm one of those because Reasonable Doubt was his magnum opus. It's one of the most thorough works of hip-hop music you've ever heard in your life. And I've always given him that credit, if nothing else.
Okay.
But I'd like to start off with saying, past what? What are we past, Jay? Brother Sean, what are we past? Are we past poverty? Are we past the lack of social justice? Are we past miseducation? Are we past lies? Are we past coons and the act of cooning? Or selling out? Or are we just getting started? You said we were past Colin Kaepernick's kneeling. You said we moved on. And I say to you, the same shit that was going on when you said it is still going on. And I say to you that your first initiative to invest in a nonprofit from Chicago, in which their main thing is to cut the dreads off kids, to decapitate our children by cutting their hair publicly and make a spectacle of it. I say to you, what are we past? Make a song about that. Who's past what? Y'all over this shit? I'm not. Y'all ain't still mad? I am.
That's right.
Y'all ain't got nothing to say? I do. What are we past? So when you said that, I said then, I understood everything about the situation because I'm objective and subjective at the same goddamn time. I understood your moves as a corporate black man, as a man who controls wealth right now, who has accumulated wealth and has turned his family from a family into a legacy.
Real talk.
Nobody from that family tree should ever struggle again. I understood all that and I gave the benefit of the doubt and I was willing. But when I waited, what I discovered, but it's the same old shit. Because not only do you compound yourself by saying we're past that, following that up with I can count the people I kept out of jail to it's single mother's fault.
God, wow.
It's their fault.
Right.
What are we past? Welcome to Outlaw Radio.
Welcome.
If you passed it, listen to another show because I ain't past this shit. And I ain't ready for you to get a new job and tell me I'm past it. How you doing, brother?
Man, go ahead.
Leave that matter long enough.
Go ahead. No, that's what's up, though,
What's
man.
poppin'?
No, I'm glad you're passionate about that, man. Because when it first happened, you was willing to wait, and you did take a stand where let's kind of wait and see. You wasn't really for it or against it, and so you took some time. And,
I took my time.
And, got some facts, and so man, well said, well put.
Who's passed it?
Hey,
if you passed it, hit me up. I can see your comments. As a matter of fact, Ernest Walker, who was in the Facebook Live, says, "I don't care what people say. Jay-Z is dead wrong for tap dancing and lying to us. And people who say he has a seat at the imaginary table make me sick because they can't see past his fame and his wife."
Right.
Man, well said.
Well,
shout out to Ernest Walker.
Yeah, shout out.
You have now been immortalized. We charge a fee to say your name, brother. I'm just kidding, man. Just kidding.
No,
but you're right. He's a celebrity. And my brother always likes to reference the fact that even Malcolm spoke on this a long time ago and said, black celebrities are not black leaders.
They are not.
Who said you represent me? What are we past?
The house nigga and the field nigga.
Right.
Like he warned us about it a long time ago, right?
Speak for yourself, homie.
And so, at some point or another, all kinfolk ain't skin folk, or skin folk ain't kinfolk, however the saying goes. Sometime they ain't us. We're going to just have to figure out who we are so we can go forward, man.
Right.
Some of them want to stay on the plantation, right? So,
right.
I
Even Marcus Garvey said that with his boats with his steamliners that he was the White Star line, right? He said they were going to leave some people here because he said some people wasn't no good in America, so they ain't gonna be no good in Africa. Marcus Garvey said that.
Real talk, right?
Marcus Garvey said that.
Yeah, and so for any revolution, any movement, anything, there's always been defectors. There's always been Benedict Arnolds, traitors.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying. Turncoats,
self-haters is what we call.
Whatever.
See, we don't say like coon. I said that in my monologue, but we don't do coon and sellout. We just call you a self-hater because if you a coon or a sellout, that's pretty much what your problem is, that you hate yourself.
I might call you a Sambo.
Right. It means something. I'm trying to come up with some shit here. Come on, work with me. Work with me.
I agree, but you know what I'm saying, including but not limited to, right?
He got his own shit.
Hey.
He got his own shit, and you do too. And that's why I want you to say it.
Right.
And that's why I want you to give it up. Northside Stand Up 414 in the building. Outlaw Radio on Saturday night, the weekend rundown. We're gonna run down the week and talk about the craziest shit that happened. And put our last stamp on it because next week we moving on, and that's what it's about.
All right,
we moving on.
Yeah, the pages keep turning, man.
Like a son bitch.
Yeah, don't wait.
And the first thing that started my week out, and we talked about this last week, so I hate to beat up a dead horse, right? Like, but it is what it is. A session that people are having right now.
Okay.
In regards to Malik Yoba, who's an actor, once again, like Malcolm said, stop looking to our celebrities to represent us. Who comes out and says he's trans attracted. And that it's not something he should be ostracized or alienated for. For him, it is accept me, right? So we talked about that last week, and my whole take on that was like, if you say you like women who have, it doesn't mean you're trans or bi or trans attracted or anything. It means you gay. That's what that shit means. Like you can put whatever title it is that you want.
Right.
You like boy butt. You're gay, and it ain't nothing wrong with being gay. Be gay, gay up. Be the gayest gay you could possibly be. Like, be so gay that people be like, "That's gay personified."
Yeah, no,
do that if that's what you choose, bro. Because check this out. I happen to be a heterosexual black man in modern day America, and that's who I am.
Right. Like,
I be trying to be the blackest dude I can be. If I can say something that's black or do something that's black or wear something that's black or even, I don't care what contest it is. I want the black dude to win.
Right.
Oh, he might not even be black. He might be Cuban. I just said,
do you think that's winning?
You know what? What is having an aspiration winning? Is hoping for the best winning.
Well, let's just do the power of deduction, right?
Okay.
And then you're gonna come up to your own conclusion, right? But there is a gay agenda, right?
Yes, there is.
And the gay agenda is put forth by who would you say has the power to do something like that?
The individual who's lied to us from the gate. I mean, the powers that be.
The powers that be. We know for a fact the powers that be don't have any interest in our well-being, correct? So if
I believe that's the narrative.
So if the powers that be have this agenda and they are going forth with it with such fervor and so hard, right? How in your mind do you figure it's good for you?
First of all, I like the fact that you use the word fervor.
Yes.
That is the shit.
Right.
I love words. Right? I'm a linguist.
Yes.
My boy Bree says vernacular precision.
Hey.
But you're entirely correct. Like, if they're going to tell you that it's fine, you should think in your head, maybe this ain't cool.
Shouldn't you at least be questioning it at that point?
But instead, you don't understand the perpetual attack on black masculinity. You don't understand the overall mission of colonialism and the United States government is to water down black masculinity as much as possible. Not only just water it down, get rid of it, period.
And that's the real Trinity,
right?
That's the real Trinity. It's the man, woman, and child.
Yes, sir.
That thing can survive by itself.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Persevere all this time, no matter what you've tried to do. Here we still is.
So so to try to destroy that makes sense. And then when you lend yourself, a large portion of us lend ourselves to homosexuality, it's population control.
Well, you know what? Once again, be the gayest dude you can be if you want to be gay. But don't come on, like I hear this idiot, and I don't even know his name. I don't take time.
That's just my opinion.
This idiot, right,
yeah.
And right on to you.
Yes.
And if you got one, chime in, let me know. I can see all y'all watching. I appreciate it. But this dude says doctors assign sexual identity.
I saw that.
And basically, the most influential platform on radio today.
Right now, they hot.
Regardless of whether you like it or not, these they are the top of the food chain.
Real when it comes to
talk
radio and
so on this platform, you have somebody who tells the masses, well, the doctor gave you a sexual identity because of your genitals or your genitalia. And I said, well, the doctor didn't really give you that. He said, I got a penis, don't mean I'm a man. I'm like, how ass backwards is that logic?
So you know what? I thought the piece that Chappelle did on it was brilliant.
Chappelle killed everybody.
Genius, right? Crowd was brilliant. So I don't believe, again, show me if it's natural, right? If it's a birth defect or something like that.
Right.
Show me a gay lion.
Right.
Show me 2 gay giraffes, right?
Well, see, but we don't be knowing because we don't understand their language. So it might be a lion out there like, well, if he only knew. Like,
listen, and paying extra attention to his name and shit. No, but
see the line that's always with him? That's Clyde Tolson. But real Edgar Hoover type shit, right?
But real talk, if there is one, you know what's going to happen to it? Like somebody pointed out to me, this just makes sense to me. I just kind of common sense my way through some things, right?
Right. But I just couldn't believe the audacity. See, ignorance has an audacity as well. Oh, yeah. You know, yeah. I couldn't believe the audacity of this brother who I don't know his name. He's with a powerful organization, and I'm sure they have more clout and pull than we do here on Outlaw Radio.
You know.
But I'm saying, for you to say doctors are the ones who assigned us our sexual identities, you must be an idiot. like you don't even understand basic biology,
right?
You know, because a penis is what it is. Well, it's not even rocket science. Right. You see a penis, then there should be a man. Even though I know sisters got dildos, I'm just saying.
Listen, animals understand it.
Right.
Yes.
And a vagina is a vagina. That's a female part. Yes. I'm not being nasty. I'm talking about our biological makeup, our physical makeup, right? So
it's even before it gets to a physical level, there's a universal law that is feminine and masculine.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
We're talking about
spiritual level,
recreation, right? Procreation.
Well, yeah, this is what I'm saying.
Bringing new people into the world.
This is my point. Yes, sir. So yeah.
So shout out to all the letters, right?
Right.
And we're going to do the heterosexual male show.
Hey,
it's coming up.
Forgive us. You know what I mean?
Don't forgive us.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Ride with us or collide with
us. He said sarcastically.
Right. The militants turned startled. Yes, sir.
Hey.
And then I had this, one of the biggest things is, and I don't know if I got a dime mine, because Jason always telling me, you got to snob up when you do it.
Man, the snob.
We got to get the hip-hop snob going.
Yes.
Where's my gazelles? It's time to do the damn thing.
All right.
The hip-hop snob is in the building.
Throw your hands in the air.
Man, and wave them like you just don't care.
Hey.
And if you believe you're getting a job on Monday, then somebody must have lied to you. Look. Lord Jamar.
Uh-huh.
Once again, Lord Jamar. I'm feeling Jamar. I'm digging Jamar. I'm digging Jamar saying the things that we're all thinking. Now, this comes about because I made a statement on the show. I think it was about a month ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
In which we talked about our favorite hip hop artists,
yes.
Like top 5. We do top 5 dead or alive on here.
Right.
Groups, songs, individual rappers, all this kind of thing, and we talk about hip hop on a real deep scientific level, breaking it down. So thus comes the hip hop snob, right?
That's right.
So what happens is Jamar is making really alpha male hip hop statements.
Right.
When he spoke against the white people and said, "White boy, you a guest in the house of hip hop," it was true. When he spoke against Eminem and said, "Yeah, you're one of the greatest selling rappers and you're one of the most accomplished, but black people don't view you that way because nobody really rides around bumping an Eminem album." Some people got mad, but it was true.
There's some truth to it.
So this week he comes out and says he doesn't fuck with female rappers. He said female rappers are real hip hop.
Right.
Now I said there's no female rap in my top 50. And the panel blew up. Everybody said, really, really, really? I swear his rant sounded just like mine, except I didn't say because
I disagreed with his too.
Well, because I think females are part of hip hop.
Well, I think.
But I think what he said was true. By and large, hip hop is an art form of alpha males speaking to other alpha males. I rep this. I'll defend the block. I'll rep the neighborhood. Females come in, and the anomaly of it is, man, she a female, but she can spit as hard as a dude, right? So that's not the norm. That's the exception to the rule. Mm-hmm. So I agreed with him about that. I can't think of that. And I know you love Queen Latifah and you love Lauryn Hill, and Lauryn Hill was a phenomenon, and it was a hybrid of R&B and hip hop. And you know, Lauryn could spit. Lauryn had flows, but is Lauryn on Tupac's level? Is Lauryn on Scarface's level? Is Lauryn on Rakim's level? I say hell no. I say All Eyes on Me was the greatest album ever made by a hip hop artist by Tupac Shakur, who the anniversary of his death was this week. Rest in peace to Pac. Mm-hmm. But I also say there's no female album that even comes, there's no female album that can even park in that parking lot. There's no female song that can deal with some of the material Tupac has made. So when it comes down to hip hop and the females, yes, it's very true. Now, like I said, I love Marvelous, I love The Lady of Rage, I love Yo-Yo, but I never bought none of their albums. I never bumped their shit. You know what I'm saying? And I thought he made an important point by saying, a young dude, these young dudes can't tell me how to move in life, and a female can't tell me how to be a man. So all of you guys will say, what about him? What's her name? Young Ma. Ooh, remember that shit? And she was a dyke, and
I don't like her.
She was telling us she could pull 12 inches out of her pocket if we only got 6. And we was like, that's cool.
Shock rap. Like, I don't, yeah.
So where you at with Jamar?
Okay, so listen. So here's the thing. I'm listening to you, and what you're saying is not incorrect, but the perspective is bad. Like, we're not talking about comparing female rappers to male rappers. Like, anytime you do that, let's take tennis, right? Is Serena Williams the shit? Do she do her thing? Do she handle
no more?
Point is, whoever, if you want to take her or whoever else you want to put, Coco, whoever else, they're not playing against men.
Right.
They're not on the same tennis court against men, because you want to know why? It's different. Right. So
going against a man is different.
Absolutely. A woman going against a man, absolutely.
But they can do what we do.
Well, no, who said that?
They did.
No, I was gonna say, let me tell you, the purpose of a woman is to not do what a man can do, but to do what a man can't do.
Ooh.
If you know what I'm saying. So if you're comparing female rappers to Tupac, like and things of that nature, that's gonna never work. But if you can appreciate female hip hop for what it is, the same way you can appreciate female tennis for what it is, or female basketball for what it is, and not compare them to men, but appreciate them going against their peers as far as females go. Right. You know what I mean? And dominating or not dominating in that arena, like that's what because let me go back to Lord Jamal. This old school hardcore hip hop mentality here, it don't exist, right?
It does.
No, let me tell you.
Jamar's showing you.
No, let me tell you when it stopped existing. When white executive and Jewish executives took over hip hop, all that hardcore street mono, that shit stopped existing. We stopped being able to say what hip hop means and stop telling our story from the street, and it got voted on in a boardroom. Attack that shit. That shit is what's not hip hop.
It don't take me long to get a motherfucker riled up. Chime in, let me know what y'all think. It's Outlaw Radio. The weekend right now. I feel like he did it to me again. Tell the motherfucker he did it to me again. Yes! It's going down, man. Beverage. Hey, Saturday night we survived another week. Please keep your head on a swivel and be safe.
Hey, especially in the 414.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now.
Here's the deal. Like I said, I love women. And my brother Ernest Walker, he said, dude, in real life, some women that don't rap deal with real ass street niggas that know the game. Well, that's life. And we know, because my brother Kamar Carter just was on here the other night saying the black woman is God. He was saying that on the show. And we really love black women on the show. That's the most pure natural resource is a black woman. You can't even get it's over there, right? Mm-hmm. But I'm talking about rapping. We talking about hip hop. We talking about the genre that created the song.
They got a
fuck the police.
They got a place, right? They got a place. They might. It's like Thanksgiving, and I don't mean to be disrespectful.
You already did it.
They might have a different table, but they eat, right?
They said it's like Thanksgiving. She's a dish on the table. Oh shit!
No, I'm saying they got a different table that they sit at.
They sit at the little kids'
table. They eat the same food. I didn't say little kids. They sit at different.
You so misogynistic. Your wife is gonna be pissed, man. I would love, and listen, there's no better nurturer than a black woman. There is no better advice to have than from a black woman who actually loves you and has your best interests at heart. Ask Barack. Barack doesn't have a clue without Michelle. Michelle makes Barack. As a matter of fact, if Barack had come along and he was married to a white girl, I wouldn't have voted for him. I really voted for Michelle because Michelle was a black person from the south side of Chicago who had elevated herself and she knew the game. So it was just like, okay, it was more of a vote of confidence. Well, at least you got a black woman. Right. So I don't want to discount that, but I do want to say.
So did you say that the black woman was God? Not to cut you off.
Well, no,
I noticed you referenced it, kind of you distanced yourself from the statement.
Come on, man.
So how you feel about that?
Well, I don't think the black woman is God. I think God is God.
Well, first of all, God is not. There's not just one God. Like even in the Bible, it says gods.
Didn't want to take it there, but
so if you want to include all of the things that we can call gods, I would say that a black woman is one of them.
I would say that to say the black woman is God and to reference it in terms of creation leaves out one of the most essential parts, which is the black man. Because if I don't strike the match, it ain't no fire.
And vice versa, right? And that's why I emphasize the whole Trinity. Like even us as a people, we got to stop saying, having this and this for the black woman and this for the black man. And at some point, we're going to have to start embracing the black family, right? You know what I mean? All of us. And let's bring the kids.
What he say? I see the window down the hall. And the beauty of dogs when the sun comes shining through. Right?
You got to take the hip hop snob stuff off before you start singing.
You got to listen to Bill Withers, man. Just the two of us, man. Good things might come to those who wait, but not for those who wait too late.
All right. Go ahead. Hey, it's some young people out there that say, huh?
They like, I ain't watching this shit no more. These motherfuckers are talking about Bill Withers.
Google them.
Right.
It's Googleable.
Once again, I go back to my original monologue and saying to Jay-Z, who's over what? Because we continuously have murder in our city. Rest in peace to the sister who was shot yesterday and passed away. Well, she was shot Thursday. She passed away yesterday. And there's an issue in this city where women are getting murdered. Women didn't used to get murdered. It was just us. Now sisters getting killed too. You did?
Hello, somebody.
Electronic shit. Y'all don't understand. But there was a sister who passed, and when I hear somebody like Jay say it's time to move on and we're over that, or let's go, or
that's disrespectful,
right? To that, because who's over it? Is her family over it? You think her family over it, Jay? You think they want to watch an NFL game? You think they want to see Meek Mill at the halftime? Now that the sister's dead,
I'm not mad at Jay. I'm mad at the all of the people, the masses that he has some sort of credibility because he's wealthy. That's great. I don't want to be a hater. I'm glad to see any, especially the brothers and sisters that I want to see be rich. It's the ones that's gonna reach back and make sure that they go get the rest.
And brave enough to tell any corporation it ain't about cutting off no dreads. I ain't fucking with y'all. I'm cancel that check.
Come on. And wait. And help me if I'm wrong, but didn't he recently just grow dreads, a twist or some shit like that? Like,
we got to cut your hair off too, nigga.
Come on, man. Ooh. So us as a people, I'm more frustrated with us. Listen, we should immediately stop following this dude, right?
We've earned the right to be skeptical. And black people should question everything. Why wouldn't you? Everything they ever told you is a lie.
He just a hater.
Right. You broke. Ain't that what the house nigga would always say to the field nigga? He just mad because he broke. Man. I'm getting master's throwaway. I'm living good.
That's it.
Come outside.
Hey.
Leave that struggle alone.
Come on, man.
And then we got Tamron Hall, who's a sister who was booted. At one point, she had a very comfortable position. She was riding with CNN. She had all kinds of agreements. She was smiling for the camera. She was doing a good job. Beautiful sister, too. Then she bailed. She lost her shit. She married a white dude, which is fine in itself because you can marry who you want. If you want to get married, everybody deserves the right to be miserable. So I wouldn't dare take that from you. But when it comes to Tamron Hall, the main thing is now she comes out and she has a white man. And she says, well, just because I married white doesn't mean I don't love black men. And shout out to the brother in the People's News Network. And I can't remember his name. And I should know it. But he said, so this means she just like to get smashed by black dudes while she stayed married to a white.
He got good credit,
right. But when it comes time, yeah. I mean, you can hit it from the back, but I'm going to go home. Like, listen, this mentality is so screwed up. First of all, if you're a person of mixed race, if you are black and white, you are a true American citizen because this country created that. That's what they created. And in an attempt to water down and really get rid of the black family structure, there was an invasion long before we even thought about leaving home. We had to deal with the fact that master had just screwed your wife and you had two little light-skinned kids in the house that you knew wasn't yours. You had to take that L. You had to hold it on your chin. And he might have raped her, but you had to deal with it. Okay. Unless you was going to ride on him.
This is, and you wasn't. Because not only would you bring yourself harm, you'd have brought harm to her.
Everybody got to die.
And the kids too. So, but here's the thing. Let me help you out at least 50%, at least halfway. When you start doing the research and you want to find out who you are, from my understanding, you are the seed of your father.
Okay.
Right. And so most of us that are here in this specific area, who have roots that come from down south, most of those can be traced to slave. And
coming
so,
through Virginia.
So, but you don't have to. And I don't mean to be disrespectful. I just gave props to the black woman, but you don't have to navigate through who the mother and the father was. Follow the seed all the way back as far as you can follow it. You are the seed of your father.
Shout out to Miss Serena Brown.
Shout out.
And the Get Motivated, Get Healthy Facebook group. They actually have a seminar coming up and we promoted it. They were on the show Thursday. So please watch that show. It's called Healthy in the Hood. And they did an amazing job talking about, we talked about really our biological
a lot of stuff.
Right? A lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's a enigma wrapped up in a riddle, right?
Say that again.
A nigga wrapped up in right.
You almost called him a nigga, right?
I don't know what I said. Stop telling me to say shit over. I can't repeat most of the shit I say. So, but I want to say to Tamron Hall, you don't have to make an excuse for who you married or who you love, because who you love is who you love. But don't say, once you make that commitment, ride with it. Don't come back and try to half-ass apologize to me, because you don't owe me an apology. You got what you got by doing what you did to get where you are. And that's fine. But you understand, if you're not a coon or a sellout when you marry a white person, you're at best compromised.
Oh, you think?
Because
conflict of interest.
Because compromise is the name of the game in a relationship. I have to now see it your way, babe.
Do you know that there are racists, right? Like KKK members that have certain positions. Right. And they have black wives. Right?
Okay.
Right? You see what I'm saying?
I didn't know.
As a showpiece, so you can never accuse them of being racist. Right. While they can do the most racist shit in the world.
Biggles.
You know what I'm saying? But let me tell you, people, this is something that you can do if you want to stop falling for lies, right? Stop believing so much of what people say and start believing what they do. So she can tell us all about what you, you know what I mean? But we saw what you did.
Right.
And so for me, I'm good.
Kamala Harris.
I'm good.
Right.
Yeah. Right. We saw what you did.
And then I love when black women say, well, y'all don't go at black men the same way. Bullshit, we do.
Who don't go at black men? Black man is like black man is the little red part in the center of the bullseye. That's the black man. What do you mean?
Right.
Everybody's shooting at the black man.
Yes. And then once again, to stick with the main thing is, what are we past? Because we see Felicity Hall, who was a very famous white person, whatever she did. I'm not up on my white people like that, but she was, and she had a position, and we found out she used money to secure her daughter a position at a fine institution of higher learning, right? Mm-hmm. And she gets 14 years. 14 days.
Yes.
I'm sorry, 14 days,
yes.
a very light sentence. But we have a sister in Texas, I believe,
talk about it,
who
man.
wanted to improve her child's education, so she just sent them to a school outside of the district, and she got years.
What do we do about something like that?
Well, we over it. We're past that. Let Meek Mill do a show at the Super Bowl, and we're over it.
Yeah, see, this again, man. I never was a Jay-Z fan because I was always one that took the position if it would still be Pac, there wouldn't be no Jay-Z.
Right.
You know what I mean? If Pac wouldn't, so and then I over the years just watch him rip off, bars from.
Well, it's all good.
Yeah, I never respected that, So
I love Jay.
I never
Jay's
was.
a great rapper.
I never was one, but like for this, I mean, I can at least respect your business sense. You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, but just about the fact of this sister. See, the point to that is our justice system is such that we are disproportionately convicted for the same crimes as our white counterparts. I don't know if you don't understand disproportionately that part of it. Mm-hmm. That means we go and do time when they get off. And this Felicity Hall thing is the latest example of I try to do for my kid and I go to prison. You try to do for yours, you get a slap on your wrist.
But it's so obvious and blatant, like at some point or another, what do we do? And here's the thing, like, because we have the internet now and some of this stuff gets posted on YouTube and it's like other countries that see this, right? And so especially when you start talking Africa, because a lot of African people tend to take this position and they get on a high horse, right?
Well, they be mad at us. Right, we call them African booty scratch.
Well, here's the thing. So, do something.
Scratch your booty.
I mean, hey, you want to support, give what you want to get. Now, I'm not.
I didn't know what I was going to say.
He said to scratch the booty thing.
Right. Like, who does that? Beverage, Saturday night. Y'all going somewhere, please be safe. Look both ways before you go through green lights. We still are afflicted by stolies and runaway drivers and reckless drivers. Better yet, put driver's ed back in high school and start teaching our kids how to drive again.
Driver's ed, put the music back in. Put home ec back in. All the stuff you took out, stop.
You want to teach young people how to stop being wild? Teach them something to be civilized about. What you think about Kanye's services that he's doing now? Like, because Kanye just went to Shy, and there was thousands of people there. Like, people didn't go to their regular church. And Kanye's mixing hip-hop and all this with contemporary Christian. I'm not going to lie. I don't like MAGA Kanye. I think his mother, I understand. When his mother died, he had a nervous break. I get it. I lost my mom. Totally get it. But I think this thing that he does, just really saying, well, look, all I can really do is do music. I'm not good at talking. I'm not good. I tried clothes. The shit looked horrible. Let me just do this. I think bringing the people together is important. But what is he doing with them? Is this a mission for you to eventually make some gospel album that's the greatest gospel album of all times? Or are you saying, I'm really getting people together to really share and say, let's use this energy and this positivity that we feel to do something?
Man, I think that when it does break itself down all the way, you're talking about that vibration. You're talking about energy. I wasn't there. Caught a little bit of it. First of all, even when I was, in my Christendom beliefs or whatever, there's no musical notes in the Bible. Right. So you can't listen to some music and say this is gospel music and this is that's the label that we put on stuff. And so whatever it is, if it's hip hop, if it's country music, if you say Jesus enough times, then it becomes gospel. So that's all the game. But it's music is music. So I say go for that, man. If it's good energy, if it's good vibration, you got the power that you can bring into a room when you got hundreds of thousands of people and you got them doing the same thing on the same energy.
Everybody's there to feel something.
And if you can get that all as one, that's a powerful thing. Yes. So I don't have nothing bad to say. Now, that's probably the one time you'll ask me about Kanye, and I won't have nothing bad
you won't launch into some profanity-laced tirade. He gets going like that, man. Go on his page, man.
Listen, no, don't go on the page because they be picking with us.
Now, I wanted to ask you this because I've chosen my side. I don't know if you have. Are you a power dude or a snowfall dude? Because I feel like right now those are the two most definitive black shows. And if you look at each show, you might not know nothing about neither one of them.
I don't.
I'm a snowfall guy. Like I haven't watched Power.
I've never even heard of Snowfall. So
okay. Snowfall is a show about the insertion of cocaine and basically chaos into South Central Los Angeles in the early 80s. And it's inclusive when talking about the CIA operative who was responsible for it. And the explanation that America utilized, in which they said, we're trying to prevent communism from getting to South America, so we're putting our money behind certain rebels, and the only product they really produce is cocaine. We're gonna, we'll make a way for it to be sold in America, and then you can get money. Now you can buy weapons, and we'll give weapons and support your revolution. Right. But black people are the guinea pigs. So if you watch Snow, really it's just it's just Freeway Ricky Ross's lifestyle, right? It's his whole story about how he was the one who caught the Escobar plug, and the CIA was inherently involved. Do your research. I just want to know. Y'all let me know y'all power or what.
I don't mean to be a killjoy on this one. I don't watch a lot of TV like that, especially fictional stuff like this. I will ask you this though.
Yes, sir.
When you are watching television, please pay attention to the propaganda that's going on, right? Because let me tell you, I want to ask you, what percentage of stuff that you watch, especially if it's any type of action or adventure, anything like that, is either military, ex-military, law enforcement, or ex-law enforcement, right?
Okay.
And then they'll sprinkle a couple, private detectives and whatnot in there too.
Right.
But like this,
cheaters and shit.
This is the perspective of, or CSI, or NCIS,
all that dark shit.
Or even whether we went all the way back to Kojak, right, or
cop show.
Listen, and so they always tell the story, right? And they paint the picture of what we view police are versus what they truly are,
right,
in reality.
They write the narrative.
Yes. Thank you.
Right. They write the narrative.
You just summed up what I was trying to say.
But it's okay for you to just fantasize sometimes too. So like even the actor, the lead actor from Snowfall is actually British. And I found out that they gave him a dialect coach who was none other than Dub C from the West Side Connection, who's a notorious OG Crip.
We will teach you how to speak.
But Dub C's getting a check for that. Hey. And Dub C is one of my favorites, and rap fans are, who's Dub C?
Oh no.
You don't know who Dub C is, right?
West Side Connect.
Man, come on, man.
Hey.
Dub C's the gangster, the killer, the dope dealer.
Okay, Snob, let me get right. Because when that whole thing was going on, man, and I know you're gonna tell me they answered, but why was it so small? And it was the East Coast, West Coast thing was happening.
Okay.
And then the West Side Connect just came and was like, fuck everything. And they named names and nobody.
Well, because in the song, all the DJs in New York. And because it's cute.
I didn't hear no response.
What's
Nobody
cute?
chirped.
First of all, it's cute. Say something if you want to. He'll make No Vaseline Part 2.
But there's Jay-Z. There's like all of the
well, you didn't say nothing. Everybody say now they had a diss song, but you hit them up and all.
Nas.
I think Cube represents something that's bigger than the game, and that's why he is where he's at now, because Cube had created an avenue for West Coast rappers, and they all went through it. And then it showed the beauty of West Coast hip hop. Like, I'm one of those dudes who came in with the East Coast, but eventually I drifted to the West because the West spoke to my existence more, and the music was more creative and funky. And
I always respected East Coast rappers lyrically, but man, when I heard a live bass, right, when these niggas do listen,
and somebody told me, I don't even know, but I've never experienced this, but somebody told me they smoked some weed and the music sounded even better.
Oh,
so I
think I told you that.
I don't know.
I might have showed you.
I would never, do that. Like, I would never take drugs.
And we were in Denver and it was legal.
Right.
We didn't inhale.
Antonio Brown with his controversial, silly ass, blown 30 million. Now you accused of rape, and you got these texts coming out. First of all, in the text you detail how you jagged off behind a girl and skeeted on her back, and you bragged about it like it was cool, bruh. First of all, I'm glad that you like girls, because I seen you had your beard. I was like, who dyes their goatee? Right?
The mustache.
I was a little worried. But maybe you need some training in boundaries, bro. And maybe you need to learn some tact and some class. And that's why I say money don't fix everything. Because sometimes you can give a complete savage some bread and they will still remain a savage. First of all, brother, you have opportunities that probably 1 million of us will never have. Because the majority of us will never see 1 million, let alone 30 at the same time.
Right.
And for you to act as you have, and then have no real purpose, and then go to the Patriots and now you're docile and quiet because I got the right massa now. Old Bill Belichick's in charge of me. I sound like Shannon Sharp, don't I? Skip. Let me tell you, Skip. I got my black and mild. Old Shake Stop got his black and mild.
Hey, let me tell you, if you want to do something like, listen,
y'all give too much of my talent.
Have a drinking party. Like when that show is on and you take a shot every time you say Skip. Y'all be drunk and
Skip this.
Be drunk in a wall.
Paul Mooney's sons came out and spoke on his behalf this week.
On Paul's behalf?
Yeah.
Did they say my daddy's not gay?
They said a bunch of shit.
Oh, I didn't
and you
see
can
that.
tell from listening. It's on YouTube. I surfed it too, man. I live on the internet. I'm a Negro whisperer. I do research the things I speak about, and that's why I speak about them with such fervor.
Research.
As
fervor.
Hey, that's what's up. Beverage.
Hey. It's always a good time, especially on a Saturday evening.
It's not really, it's the sins of the father, man. And I understand they want to defend his father. And first of all, I know so much cocaine involved in this situation that I wouldn't believe anybody. Usually when a bunch of people do a bunch of cocaine, somebody end up getting some put in their ass. That's just how it goes. Mm-hmm. Not that I've done cocaine before, but I've been watching movies about it for a very long time.
Hey, you was an ex-cop.
Right. Stop. It's a distraction. It's meant to distract us from the bullshit. We're gonna get out of here, my bro. You got something you want to say?
No, we're going back to AB, man. Like you remember when little kids, you was a little kid and you liked a girl, but you had absolutely no game, right? So all you can do is like hit her or pull her hair, right? Some shit like that. But I guess when you get in, you go jog off on her back, and then
Okay, well I never did that, but I'm trying to follow.
Well, AB did it. Like, so again, like you got a lot of money, but I mean, you can't talk up on that. Like you can't.
Well, Donald Trump said when you got money, all you got to do is grab them by the pussy, or either, like AB said, just skeet on their back. That's how it's going in America today. But this is why heterosexuality has such a bad rap.
Oh,
because you'll put that on display and blast instead of one of the millions of black fathers that I know, such as myself, such as a lot of brothers who support the show, such as my brother right here who raised children who are entirely accountable for their family. You'd rather say this is what y'all do and y'all get money. Give me 30 million. I ain't nothing on nobody back who I don't pay to do so. So you can't tell. You can't tell. I gave you $50 to do that shit. Right. So it's Outlaw Radio, man. Much love to the 414.
Love y'all, man.
Stand up, man. Be accounted for, man. Don't let nobody just, give you the banana and the tailpipe treatment.
That's it.
And we always love to close every show out by saying one thing. If your criticism of the black community outweighs your contribution, you're probably a coon. Shout out to Willie D. Yeah. I'll see y'all Wednesday.
Peace. All right. For sure, man.
Still live on YouTube.
Well, that's all right. Yeah, I give you a little YouTube. I give you a little wisdom. A little piece of wisdom. Appear weak when you're strong, and strong when you're weak. They'll never know. Peace.